Hello again, everybody. I'm going to turn the volume of the audio here down, because I know everyone enjoys my sultry tones, but I will not scream into the microphone. Slash, I have no idea what I'm doing. If you're an audio engineer, please help me. Pick one. Alright. Haha, funny meme, right? Definitely not what I really think. Is that the Hagia Sophia? Is that what that's supposed to be? Or whatever the stupid Turks call it? What do the Turks call it? Because it's definitely not Hagia Sophia. Maybe. I can't see Erdogan calling it that, though. That's actually not a bad idea. I mean, I just took it because I could, but it's strategically... Ugh. My sensory stuff goes up and down. Yeah, that's not a bad idea from a strategic point of view for Germany to have a little outpost there. Because that's, it's not an uninhabited place, but it may as well be uninhabited from a strategic point of view. Then, of course, it just gives them access to the entire Indo-Pacific. I hate how we rename things as, like, the strategic fuck you to... I don't know, the world. America fights so dumb. It's like when we stopped calling the Persian Gulf, and it's the Arabian Gulf now. I know they're trying to rename the South China Sea, but that didn't stick. Just because, I mean, geographically, it's South China Sea. No one's ever going to call it anything else. For about a year, though, they were trying to rename it. I forget what it was going to be, though. And if I can't remember what you were trying to rename it, that didn't work. Let's see. Oh, and Indo-Pacific's hilarious. Because when we talk about Indo-Pacific, we're talking about China. And, you know, thus the Pacific Theater. But I guess, to entice India to play ball against China, we're calling it the Indo-Pacific. It's like, see, we've redefined you. So now, even though India and China have fought wars more recently than the United States and China have, the State Department needs to be just, like, raised and built back up from nothing. Because, boy, are they stupid. Or whoever's idea that was. I don't think it doesn't seem like a Department of Defense kind of thing, but if it was, bad. Okay, so, if you recall from earlier, last we saw our intrepid Reich, we had achieved the Endsieg. So, you may note that there is no longer a Soviet Union. Whoops-a-daisy. Anyway, so that war just ended, as you can see from our still very much deployed forces. We're going to have to redeploy. Because the issue now is consolidating, crushing any local resistance movements, rebuilding. I didn't have much of a... I had some infrastructure I need to rebuild, but I didn't suffer any kind of strategic air campaign. Because I didn't antagonize the entire world at once. Adolf. Okay, general rule, don't, because this happened twice in World War II, don't let someone have total power over a totalitarian state that they were not born in. Joseph Stalin is a Georgian. You can make some arguments, but that, no, is a foreigner. And of course, Adolf is famously Austrian. Because if you put that sort of fella in charge of a totalitarian state that they don't have an actual personal connection to, World War II happens, right? That's why the Eastern Front was so brutal, because all the power over the Eastern Front was ultimately in the hands of two individuals neither of which were connected in any way to the entity that they were identified with, right? Stalin, which of course isn't his real name. I forget what it is. Stalin is just his nom de guerre, I think, from his time in Georgia. Hitler's just Hitler. He was always just himself, except when he was being Comrade Wolf. But that wasn't him. That was his security people. Okay, so we have what you could only call a superpower. Started here. Nah, that'll just get me booted off. Remember the dumb song started from the bottom, now we're here? That would immediately get me booted, though, wouldn't it? Intellectual property. Okay, so we need to rebuild our... Okay, let's think about this. So the obvious next campaign is Italy. No, it's not. The obvious next campaign is King China. And then that's going to flow into a general conquest of Asia. With my... Because the Brits and the Italians are at war with Japan, right? No, they're at war with Mexico! What? How are... So Mexico is at war with the British Empire and friends, to include India and Italy. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Hola, Estados Unidos! Look how chill I am! I just gave Hitler a few edibles and everything's fine. Look, peace! We're at peace! Mexico's not in peace! You should be our friends! What's Scarlet Garnet? Australia? Oh, they're totally going to war with Brits even if I don't intervene. This is just happening. Well, in that case... let y'all do it without my help. So I can just sit back and watch. I've acquired enough Eastern territory to get some Oriental deviousness in my thinking. So the plan's going to be wait until the Anglo-Italian alliance goes toward the United States, which appears to be inevitable. And hopefully we get just a three-way conflagration with the Japanese and friends. What do they call themselves? Eastern Coast Prosperity Sphere? Yeah, Greater East Asian Coast Prosperity Sphere. And then... you're still aligned with me. So then me and the boys are going to roll Italy and Great Britain. But we can't influence that. Two directly, or else we'll end up allied with the United States, so then we can't just backstab our way to global conquest, which is the plan. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a step back. We're going to generally rebuild. We're going to have a couple little wars here and there to maintain our international pariah status without triggering anyone to actually attack us, so that the United States isn't tempted to... I don't think they even could align with us, because we're hardcore fascists and they're still... yeah, you know, FDR-ocrats. Apparently 100% of the country is now Democrats. Oh, except for the part... the red's not Republicans. The red is communists. Alright. Makes sense. Given how fascism has triumphed the rest of the world, that does make sense. Politics do be like that. Alright, so we need trucks. We're gonna back off on our aircraft production, which hurts me deeply, but it is needed. Except for naval bombers. Alright, so this is just a ton of housekeeping. But it's housekeeping that's the difference between winning and losing. Unfortunately. Even in... Wow, there is not much resistance to what I've done here. So Czechoslovakia is just completely pacified. The Balkan... yeah. It's just the Russian heartland, really. Was that? Yeah, that's actually Moscow. Well, we're gonna... go ahead and take care of that problem. Got some very nasty folks working on that. Retaining martial law. I should be able to ease back a little bit. On some of these areas. I don't know the exact mechanics. So I'm guessing here, but I believe I shouldn't have more control than I absolutely need, right? Because I assume there's economic consequences, plus obviously more troops and equipment and stuff needed to maintain that level. So hopefully rolling back a couple levels here in some of these more Pacific areas. And we'll keep an eye on that if it springs up again. We'll quash it. But I don't want to over-police. That's something the Nazis actually did. That was a huge problem. They gave Himmler... So Himmler... Okay, so the worst person in the world is Himmler, not Hitler. It's a common misconception. Himmler did all the stuff that Hitler takes the rap for. Hitler had very little idea what was going on most of the time. If you ever, like, actually read the documents and stuff, guy was... well, he was a fellow like me, right? He should have been a gamer. He was more of a prophet or an oracle, really, than a guy really leading the state. He had this apparatus kind of around him that, you know, interpreted the will of Hitler, and then that became state policy. And then occasionally he would notice something and do something real specific. Like he designed, like during the Phoney War, when they were doing fortifications between the border of Germany and France on the frontier there, opposite the Maginot Line. Hitler actually was the one who personally designed some of the pillboxes. Like he would intervene at that level, and then also just like not notice entire areas of the state. And no one could... But he didn't have a handler. If Hitler had a handler... But no one could say no to him, because he had this like religious... Like, he was very much like a Jesus figure. He had this messianic quality that everyone fell for. Which is just kind of this... It's kind of the unironic... We are the best people in the world. We deserve. Heaven itself declares that the German Reich shall like that sort of shit. Dime a dozen medicine man nonsense. It's that he's a prophet, basically. If you want to think about it in religious terms. Don't follow prophets. Occasionally it works out real well. Such as. But, has a big downside, too. Napoleon was the same kind of guy as Hitler. If Hitler had been successful, he'd be remembered like Napoleon is. Massacres and all, yes. Check out Napoleon's rap sheet, shall we say. Okay, so we're going to start deploying this. Let's maintain this structure. Let's not. Let's just leave that to the garrisons and see what happens. Still our main striking army group. I'm gonna want to push here. That'll be our initial push, and then we'll figure out a spot to break through to the Med. So then we'll split Italy into 3 different sections that can't mutually support. But before that, we have to set our conditions. I'm gonna reduce Belgium, probably Denmark too. Then maybe it's the Scandies. Turkey's on my side, so if I do that, then I don't have any threats in the west, aside from Italy. So I'm afraid it's another Netherlands situation. Send you. It's my Spurdo patrol. To Belgium. The Waffle Patrol. Knock it off with any more infantry divisions. Can use that manpower for the garrisons. That should drop precipitously. Yeah. You saw 250,000 men just deploy. I wonder if I can get some... Oh, can I get some garrison support? For my future enemies? I cannot. Maybe from the king. I would love to use some... Oh, I would love to use some Chinese manpower. Or Manchu manpower. Yeah, because they're currently fighting Japan. Don't think I'll be giving them a hand, though. In fact... Italy first. Italy first. We're not doing a two-front war. Let's reorganize our air forces, too. I'm not very good at keeping my air forces organized. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but... Is that everybody? Hearing some static. Not sure if that's something that's going through or not. Okay, well, if we're contemplating invasion of the Brits, we need to get our special forces up here. So we're gonna have to probably airdrop and then do a Seawolf kind of landing. Although it can't be Seawolf, it'll need to actually work, so it'll need to be more significant than Seawolf would have been. Because I'll need to actually... Sorry guys, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's killing me. What's going on here? Alright. Something was weird. I think it was the Windows Sonic stuff got out of whack. Because it sounds fine now, and all I did was toggle that. If anyone knows anything about Windows Sonic and why I should not be using it, let me know. All ears. Because I can't quite tell if it's good or not. Because it seems like it is, but it also seems like it might be just tricking me. Oh, well, I can't... Okay. This is why I was so successful in the various Russian campaigns. Just ludicrous amounts of air support. I said complete air superiority. So then, when if you're not breaking through an area, you're just pounding them from the sky. If they can't stop you, you just kind of casually do that for a while. That's how Desert Storm went down. So I need to get my manpower up, so I can start deploying some of my reserves, of which I have. Quite the fleet. I mean, a lot of obsolete stuff, but planes is planes. Following the stunning victory of German forces, the time has come to destroy the last vestiges of Bolshevist rule in Europe. We're missing a word there in front of Bolshevist. Even now, the names of Stalin and Lenin disgrace two major cities in the new German Lebensraum, mocking the soldiers who gave their lives to take them. The Association of Veterans of the Weltkrieg have presented the government with a suggestion to rectify this horrible state of... Obviously they're right. So what are we going to name it? Hindenburg and Ludendorff. And that's what the war is all about, folks. Avenging World War I. So we're going to rename it. Oh, there it is. Ludendorff. St. Petersburg. Or Leningrad, I guess. Then, where am I? Stalingrad? It's Hindenburg. It's the president of Germany that gave power, well, didn't give power to Hitler, but invited him to form a government after he had won the majority in the parliamentary election. Were they called the Bundestag back then? Maybe, maybe not. So let's stay in resistance mode, make sure we're going the right direction here. Because I am concerned about a Russian rebellion. If there's gonna be, yeah, if there's gonna be a problem, that's where it's gonna be. Yep, that's just going up. Let's, you know, to properly... boy, I just have so many conquered countries, it's hard to find the right one to oppress. There you are. Well... It's not what I want to do. But for the good. It's really for their own good. I should put them in their place, right? Oh, nope, that's still going up. Let me think about this. I think we're having an issue with sending too much equipment out, so they're just not effective. It's, that should be a little bit more. Okay, now that should be sufficient to take out any kind of resistance. Because even if they have a tank, we can deal with the tanks. I don't need to be sending out just fully equipped heavy combat divisions for garrison purposes. Okay. Okay. And garrisons have priority. They're just waiting for support equipment.
Befehle? Alright.
casual 10 Panzer divisions. Let's get some of these convoys through, huh? I can take care of my rubber problem, though. Like this. Infrastructure, guys. Infrastructure wins wars. Because logistics wins wars. And logistics is infrastructure. Delicious. And I'm not going to integrate this quite yet. We're going to focus on what's important here. Got to prioritize. Ugh, I was just starting thinking about naval stuff. Let's just keep spamming submarines. Just think about that eventually. Okay. Oofa! The chief takes up all of Poland. How based is that? The name is Transcontinental. That's the border of Europe and Asia's Ural Mountains here, so it's literally transcontinental, intercontinental, however you want to say it. I'm not sure which is right there.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Alright. Let's do something real mean. Don't you want to be with Esty? Well, first things first. Days. So over the next year, I think we could just get a casus belli on Denmark through a decision, can't we? Hell no. Those are integral parts of the German Reich, sir. Take your Reichskommissariat and shove it right up the proverbial. Oh, that's real convenient. Was that Ludendorff? And Ludendorff, Germany. The artist formerly known as St. Petersburg. Alright. Baltic for me. Yes. Hasn't it? Oof, okay, that's a problem. Let's be a little bit more serious about our resistance issue here. At least too far in the future. Should rename Moscow to something humiliating. Call it Slav Scotland or something. Yeah, I don't know why cycling that fixes the problem. I did slightly drop my headphones earlier today due to systemic racism. So it's possible I need new headphones now. I've never had that issue before. Okay, so this should be the core of the resistance here. Fellas. I am concerned about a surprise attack from Italy, to be completely honest. So I think instead of deploying these guys offensively against Belgium, I'm going to deploy them on the Italian front here. Because we're not formal allies. Just in case, because I do have my panzers training up here. And ooh, that is weakly held. Look how weakly held Italy is. Or at least the frontier facing me. Who are you at war with? Yeah, right. Mexico. Because Mexico is on a bit of an imperialist conquer spree down here, so that isn't crazy. I mean, it's pretty funny. It's not crazy. Wait, so Mexico has claims on... I need to do a Mexico playthrough. I don't know what's happening here. Mexico appears to be winning. Oops, wrong direction. Okay. Fine. Prioritize repairing our factories, obviously. But that was automatic. And I assume a lot of this damage was from my offensives. Because I never really had any kind of strategic air campaign against me. That was only 1942. I mean, Germany was under air attack at this point, but not... It wasn't nuts. The United States sure can make a lot of bombs if they set their mind to it. China should be, you know, mindful of that. Remember the last time that America got real mad at an Asian country? We invented nuclear warfare. So if you think we're racist, maybe don't give us a reason to nuke you, huh? Assuming you really think we're racist, but I don't think many people actually think that. Maybe they do. Hard to tell sometimes. I think people do and don't, depending on the circumstances. Should be a setting to prioritize repairing factories. Tell you snowball. Oh, Brandenburg. That's Germany, Germany. Oh no, those are just new factories, right? Okay, so those can wait. Okay. I'm at war with Japan still. Correct? No? Yes. But that's not really a... Oh, I'm at war with Communist China, huh? Not sure that happened. I have a border with them. I should probably do something about that. This game and...
Achtung!
I must somehow just be missing how the game communicates. Because that keeps happening.
Ihre Befehle!
Keeps happening. Or I just don't notice I'm at war with somebody. Well, I think the Turks are on their way to deal with that. Let me send my new tank divisions.
Zuhören! Bereit! Achtung! Zuhören! Ihre Befehle! Angetreten! Bereit! Zuhören! Angetreten! Bereit zum Ausrücken!
What? We're just gonna overrun them. No need for anything fancy here. We're just gonna Panzer them to death. Now for the Finland campaign. Alright. Operation Spurdo removal is a go. Oh no, they're gonna think poorly of me. What a consequence.
Achtung!
Easy does it. Surprise! With Turkish help, we must prevail. I'm rooting for Mexico, to be honest. I'm not going to lift a finger to help him, but I'll root for him. I'm a little concerned about my oil situation here, just in case something... Okay, something happens here. Let's keep that topped up.
Suchen Deckung.
Just heard an explosion. Like IRL. Not an explosion, but like a little woof, like a tire exploded or something.
Auf geht's. Zuhören.
Oof. Not looking good, folks.
Zuhören.
Boy, that seems really unlikely for me to ever press that button. But there's not many other buttons to press. Because I don't need any of that. Don't need any of that. Building walls is planning to fail. Usually. So, resistance suppression. Which, how are we doing, by the way? Whoa! Okay, so... Have I done something very, very wrong here? Because there's... Yeah, I messed up. That was a bad idea. Boy, remember that time when I did that nonsense? I'm just gonna go to universal martial law here. Adolf Hitler denounces Swedish ideals. The Swedish claim to have liberty and democracy, claim to want peace, but the Swedish claim... Oh, the Swedish claim. See, I said claim different. There's a couple different senses that could have had. The Swedish claim to have liberty and democracy, claim to want peace, but all of these things they pride themselves on are hollow. Their democracy divides people where it should stand united. Their liberty is not the freedom for the strong to achieve greatness, but for the weak to remain mediocre. Lie not detected. We Germans see through these lies, and we can see that this peace on their terms, is a lie as well. NSDAP has long derided the weakness of the Swedish nation, but lately the rhetoric has grown more aggressive. The day of armed conflict grows closer. Now that would be National Socialist German Workers' Party is NSDAP. That's what a Nazi is. Yes, Workers' Party. Let's get our Seawolf troops building up. And I will need... Can't, okay. Cool, so if we can drop some armor, that'd be perfect. So you can drop some light tanks, but not like, you know, a lot? Okay, well that's a very potent paratroop division, I think, right? I don't min-max this stuff. That makes the game not fun. For me, at least. For other people, I'm sure it's the whole thing. I know I can only build so many. Yeah, but I'm going to build every single airborne division I can, which apparently is 30. So that'll give me... yeah. See you soon, England. So between that and then what I can do with the marine landing, feeling pretty good about my chances. I just have to be able to. I can seize the air. I'm pretty sure I can seize the air. I'm not sure about being able to seize the channel though. That's my one concern. And I don't think I'll be able to. I mean, I can hurt him pretty bad just from the air, but I really need to get my sea lift going and seize a port so I can start flowing in panzer divisions and whatnot. Just sink a couple cruisers. It's a Chinese cruiser to destroyer. Submarine. Because I'm still patrolling. Yeah, I'm patrolling my whole coast, really. Except for little areas down here. Which I probably should start thinking about, huh? Wonder what I'll catch. We'll see. I'm not sure if there's anything to catch down there. Oh, yeah, that's why Russia wanted Crimea, by the way. See what I just did there? That's why. Also prestige, but that's the practical reason right there. So politics and power, as always. Okay, well, so we're just gonna have an uprising here, huh? I don't know how to play the resistance game very well. Does martial law increase the I don't understand this. I need to like actually look up the mechanics. Wait. Yeah, I need to look into the mechanics, because that doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Okay, a week until we can hit Sweden. About a half year away from Norway. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get things moving for Denmark too. Okay, so we have our factories all repaired. Sibe-sanma, so some Chinese Muslims? What are these, Uyghurs? So it'd be over here, right? Yeah. These guys. Alright. That's brave, but... Those naive citizens of German Reich who imagine the Danish as a people of peace are entirely out of touch with reality. Oh, Adolf. What a little stinker. Maybe I should, just for the sake of... Ugh. I don't wanna. But because of all the resistance, that's just gonna... Fine. I don't think Netherlands needs to... I think they're fine. Maybe not. Still a problem. I mean, because all we're gonna do is just end up slaughtering a bunch of them. There's nothing going on in the Black Sea, so we're gonna play up here and take care of the Baltic since we're at war with Sweden. Ba-doop. The Belgians are about to jump into the war, aren't they? In that case.
Bereit! Achtung! Befehle! Bereit!
There it is.
Bereit!
Oops. Oh well. What did I do wrong here? Whatever. They're a puppet now, I think. Greater Finland is this little rump state.
Zuhören! Achtung! Zuhören! Bereit! Angeschnitten! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Los, ausrücken!
They're being brave, but they're overmatched. Russia should fall imminently here. They're holding strong.
Befehle!
Alright, so the Swedes are just falling back. There's just too few Swedes. Too many Germans.
Bereit zum Ausrücken! Ausrücken!
If you have overwhelming force, use it all at once in the most spectacular way possible, so you can shock someone into submission. This isn't the most tactically sound thing, but from a psychological point of view, it's the Great Flood. I think shock and awe would be what people would say.
Ziel anvisiert. Ausrücken.
There we go. Hello! So Mexico just declared war on the United States. Mexico, who is half occupied by Italy, of all people. There's some real nonsense going on down there. There we go. Brussels is falling. So that should be that. Beautiful. Okay. Whoa! See, we're doing this. So people have been screaming that this has been happening for a while now, I'm sure. I'm very bad about missing that sort of thing. And that was in... not my territory directly, but my little pet here.
Zuhören. Angetreten. Ihre Befehle.
Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Oh, that's right. If I get it from one of my pets, my puppets, then I don't have to pay for it, I think? Is that how it works? There's some benefit. There's some kind of discount, maybe? Again, folks, I'm not min-maxing this.
Befehle. Angetreten.
Removing. I mean, they've got the littlest pissant force up here. Why aren't we just blasting through? Don't think I'd have to micro this.
Ihre Befehle.
I mean, granted, I am invading Sweden in the middle of the winter, but still, it's the winter for them too. Alright, Hitler, you're up. Make a good speech for the boys. This is your Alexander moment. Remember that time when Alexander the Great's troops decided they didn't want to fight anymore and he had to
Bereit zum
basically
Ausrücken.
talk his way out of being killed by them? Or whatever? Maybe they're upset about the whole invading Sweden in the middle of winter thing.
Ihre Befehle.
Okay, we'll contain that weird little... Wait, what? I thought Finland was my sphereling, or not sphereling, my puppet.
Ihre
What is happening? See, here's where I should retire because I'm not paying attention. It's like, whoops, guys. Someone else take over. I won the big war. You guys deal with the little annoying wars. Oh, so Japan's just completely overrun. Alright.
Angetreten. Ihre Befehle.
Well, we'll finish these guys off, and we're going to turn east. This is what I consider my boundary.
Zuhören. Befehle. Angetreten. Zuhören. Angetreten.
Start forming a bit of resistance to these Japanese here. Because they can't be coming with much. That's why I'm not concerned about it. Okay, so Mexico's done with whatever their nonsense was. America just put them in their place. Real quick, like.
Zuhören. Ihre Befehle.
Let's just bend, not break. Let's not become decisively engaged. You see, I lost a ton of my Panzer equipment. Not paying attention to what he was up to. It's been real, Sweden.
Achtung.
Oops.
Ausrücken.
Oh, I took the actual port.
Befehle. Bereit.
Let's go
Zuhören.
to the Ostfront. Oof,
Achtung.
Hey! Good speech, Hitler.
Vorwärts, Männer! Achtung! Ihre Befehle? Bereit. Achtung!
Well, let's go ahead and build us a nuclear reactor, huh? Okay, let's get at least one of those built ASAP. Start irradiating things. Whoa! I mean, why? Someone explain to me what I'm doing wrong with this. Alright, Japan. Do something to antagonize them now, please. That would be Remember that thing we were trying to do? So that should bring... That's gonna bring the Brits in too. Beautiful.
Befehle? Achtung!
Some Japanese forces in Finland. Because why not? How did they get there?
Zuhören! Angetreten! Ausrücken! Achtung! Auf geht's!
This should really evacuate.
Ihre Befehle? Befehle?
This is why Hitler wanted the Urals. It's a natural boundary. Obviously being the political border between, or not the political border, but the geographical border between Europe and Asia is cool, but it also has actual strategic value, being a defensive barrier, which we will hold indefinitely against the encroaching hordes of the east, as Hitler had envisioned. So their only job is to halt the Japanese advance at the gates of Europe. Not a bad mission.
Ihre Befehle?
Helps if I... Goodness.
Zuhören! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Ausrücken! Bereit! Zuhören! Befehle?
Whoa! What?
Angetreten? Ausrücken!
I guess I'm just not capable of paying attention to this, huh?
Bereit? Zuhören!
How are they doing that with all my...
Ihre Befehle! Achtung! Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Okay, so looks like we've got them halted.
Angetreten! Bereit! Ausrücken! Angetreten! Ihre Befehle? Befehle! Achtung! Weiter! Weiter! Bereit? Ihre Befehle! Ausrücken! Ziel anvisiert. Zuhören. Ausrücken. Achtung.
We're just gonna get Sweden knocked out here. So chasing them around Europe.
Ihre Befehle? Bereit zum Ausrücken.
I wish my right commissariats would defend themselves a little bit. Seems like they should, right? I shouldn't have formed them. I should have just maintained direct control, because forming them didn't help me out at all. Yeah, this is just going to explode eventually. Which I doubt I'll have any trouble keeping control, but it's just gonna be a needless slaughter. I don't understand that mechanic. So naval invasion of the Baltic states. How? Hello, entire fleet. I'll just stop these fellas. What are we doing? What happened to my Air Force? What happened to my Air Force? Like, unironically though. I mean, I realize I have a bunch of stuff that I've never deployed, but I distinctly remember having an Air Force. Am I crazy? What am I missing? I have to be missing something. 'Cause, I mean, I had an Air Force. I haven't deployed it. Alright, well, someone's like really upset and screaming the answer, and I apologize for not knowing what happened there. Actually, let's go ahead and I think this is a good dramatic place to leave it be, since the last stream ended with peace had broken out. So we have a pretty good war here. Got our third Eastern Front of the war. Playing stupid games with Scandies. That should be over pretty soon. So I guess, yeah, next stream probably figure this out, push Japan out of Asia, and eventually I have a reckoning with the Brits and Italy. But we'll let the United States and the Brits weaken each other for a while before we intervene. But yeah, if you know what happened to my Air Force, let me know, because it's... Anywho, talk to you later.